Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of the easiest to grow perennial vegetables for beginners. Hey, I'm Ben Martis with Sprout Nursery, and I've been growing perennial food systems for 8 years while living at a rental property. Let's get to it. One perennial vegetable you may not have considered are hops. Man, talk about a tenacious plant that is so easy to grow. Yeah, I grow hops for the flowers, but I primarily grow hops for the early spring new shoots that it produces. These new shoots are produced in abundance and they taste very similar to asparagus in stir fries. You know, 1 or 2 mature plants would produce plenty of new shoots in the early spring for a small family. These are sunchokes. Sunchokes are an incredibly multifunctional plant. I grow sunchokes for 3 reasons. 1, the edible tubers below the ground make for a delicious food source. And it takes a little bit of practice to cook them just in the right way, but once you get your recipes down, you have an abundance of food here available for you coming into the fall and winter months. The second reason I grow sunchokes are for its seasonal growth. I like to grow it for a large seasonal hedge row here. We used to run chickens right here in the area next to me, and these sunchokes would block just the right amount of sun to cast a lot of shade right into the chicken run. The third reason I grow sunchokes is for its ecosystem value. This is a lot of biomass right here for mulching and composting. These stalks, when dry, are perfect houses for overwintering insects. So what I'll usually end up doing is mulching and composting most of what you're seeing here and leaving some up for insects to be able to house themselves over the winter. Hey, come on, I got another plant to show you. Let's go. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. So this plant right here is Good King Henry. And you might have noticed by now, a lot of the plants I like to grow are extremely resilient. And Good King Henry really checks that box. The primary yield of Good King Henry are the leaves as a cooked green. There's lots of different opinions about eating the leaves fresh, but in my opinion, they're not worth eating fresh. They don't taste good fresh, but when cooked, they're actually really good as a pot herb. Another yield I've had a little bit of experience with is using the ripened seeds as a grain alternative. It's basically like a type of amaranth seed. These right here are purple tree collards. You can think of purple tree collards as a long-lived perennial kale-like type of plant. As you can see, it looks very similar to kale, but these plants will grow up rather tall and they will look similar to a tree. I like purple tree collards a lot because they offer a reliable source of greens throughout much of the season, and they're quite cold hardy. Flavor-wise, as the name suggests, they taste quite a bit like collards and a kale kind of mix. I typically like to cook with collards. Here we have 2 different types of mallows. This one here is musk mallow, and over here we have marshmallow. I like to grow plants that are incredibly resilient, and marshmallow really checks that box. Marshmallow likes to grow in full sun conditions, as you can see here. I rarely water these plants, maybe once every 2 weeks or so during the peak of summer, but I would wager a shiny nickel that they would survive even if I didn't water them at all. The leaves are very mild tasting and great fresh in salads. The roots are very medicinal, and when shredded and soaked in water, they become gelatinous, which is very soothing to the throat and digestive system. Mallow roots are great for helping to alleviate the symptoms of heartburn and acid reflux. We actually relied upon marshmallow root medicine to help my wife during her pregnancy when she was experiencing some pretty severe acid reflux. It seemed to help her a lot. Hey, we got tons more. If you like this video, head over to the channel and check them out.